I probably look like a psycho. I'm at one of those en route places, and I have a very bright light. And I am lighting up my vehicle for one purpose and one purpose only. I wish that it wasn't so meaningless or purposeless, but my sweater's inside out. And I figured that out when I was doing it up, because obviously the zipper was very hard to do up while it was inside out. But I was like, well, it's just me, so I don't really care. However, the fluff on the inside is much softer than the fluff on the outside, so it is more comfortable when it is the right side. But I didn't really care, because I didn't really think I was going to have it on for that long. I do have rules about wearing clothes. I know that sounds weird, but in Canada, it gets cold. Very cold. So there's a thing, and maybe I just created it because I can't say that I actually did a lot of homework on this. I researched temperature stuff, and you can get like hypothermia. I'm in a parking lot by myself with my magical light. When someone arrives, maybe I'll turn it off. Maybe I will. Who knows? I'm having a good time. Anyway, my sweater's inside out. And I did know when I was doing it up, but I didn't care. However, I have to pee. So, do I go into the building with my sweater inside out, or do I fix it? That is why I'm doing this video. Because these are the things that I think about. And honestly, if someone else were to walk into a building with their sweater inside out, I would not care. In fact, I'd be like, you and I need to be friends. I love you. You are one of my people. But then when I do it, I'm like, I think a lot of people recognize me for whatever sweet reason that they know me, and I don't know them. Well, sometimes I do. If we've had like quite a few conversations, then I know who you are. But there's a lot of people that know me, and I don't know who the heck they are or where I know them from. And I've said this before, but there's quite a few questions that go through my mind when I see a human being in a public place, and they know me and I don't know them. And yeah, like as I've said before, do I know them from AA? Or work? Or the psych ward? Do we go to church together? And those are very different settings. And blending them, I do it well, but I mean, like, I feel like I'm one of the only people in the world that actually can say that they're comfortable in all of those settings and have been in them all fluently. Unfortunately, for some of them. But yeah, so when I see him and I don't know where I know them from, if I knew them from the psych ward, who cares that you can see my pockets on the outside? See? Woo! Hold on, gotta put the light down to demonstrate. Psych ward folk don't care. However, and I hate to say this, but it's the church people. And I love you. But it's the church people. Now, it shouldn't be that way. It should not be that way. The church folks should just love people the way they are. But unfortunately, through my experience, and I'm a lover of God, but through my experience, it's the church folk that are the most judgmental. I don't know. I don't get that. I'm supposed to go to church to be saved. I'm telling you, I got saved in a church basement. It took time for me to graduate from the basement to the top floor. In fact, I graduated to the stage. But I got saved from the big dude in a basement. Had the top floor been my own experience, I would not have made it. Because I cannot be myself, and neither can pretty much anybody I know be themselves in an actual church. Why did we go here? I'm trying to tell you that I'm wearing my sweater inside out and I need to pee, and now I'm delaying the process. Oh, and I forgot to finish the climatizing of the clothes. Okay, real quick. So sorry. I might have made this up because I didn't do a lot of homework on it, but I live in Canada where it's cold. And it gets to be like minus, I mean, it depends on where, but minus, let's say 25 is a thing. It's degrees Celsius. So that's cold. So I have rules about clothing because if I just start to wear a parka at like plus 9 degrees out, I'm never going to make it. Sorry, there's a person out there, which is a thing. I get distracted by it all the time. I'm never going to make it. So I decided to have rules about clothing. For example, I will not wear a sweater inside out or the correct way until it is 12 degrees, plus 12 degrees Celsius. Technically, you can get hypothermia at plus 10 degrees Celsius. So my thought process on this was I won't wear a sweater until 12 degrees Celsius because 2 degrees buffer, give or take. Like, if you can die of hypothermia at 10 degrees, maybe you should be, like, maybe not go that far. So that's why I picked 12. So at 12 degrees plus 12 degrees Celsius, I am allowed to wear a sweater. So yeah, I will literally look at the temperature gauge on my truck to see what temperature it is out there. And when it gets to cold enough that I notice it's cold, usually it's below that. Usually it's below that. I don't know, I run hot. So I wear a tank top religiously all year round. And sometimes I put layers on top. But usually I start to feel coldish, like notice that I should probably wear more clothes at 6 degrees, between 6 and 9 degrees. Not that it really matters, who cares? But I am weird. Yeah. I was hanging out with someone today, and we were outside, and it was plus 15, and they were freezing with a sweater on, and I was sitting there with tank top, and I'm like, yeah, I'm hotter than most people, which is fine, but it is very handy when it comes to living in your vehicle, because, well, it isn't, because I am wearing certain amounts of clothing based on the temperature outside. So when it gets colder out here, I'm not going to feel it. Well, I probably will, but I'm trying to become accustomed to the weather and not to spoil myself with the heat, which kind of sounds sad, but it's really not. I just think it's a nice, fun thing that makes my brain think things that it doesn't need to think about, but I need to entertain myself in ways that most folks don't. So thinking about the temperature and allowing myself to wear clothes at certain times is a thing that I do. I got a sleeping bag. Here comes more vehicles that are gonna think I'm bonkers. See? Ooh. They probably just need to pee too. And I haven't done that yet, so maybe I should hurry up because we're getting to the 8.5 minute mark. It's kind of it's not a long time to hold your bladder for, but I mean, it's uncomfortable. And I have not forgotten. So, where were we? I got a sleeping bag. I got this thing off the internet. I mean, obviously, but I got it off Facebook Marketplace, okay? And sleeping bags that are, sleeping bags, I got a sore neck a little bit, tiny bit. And it's not from sleeping in my truck. It's from rock climbing. Sleeping bags that are for the wintertime, like minus 20 degrees Celsius, are expensive. You go any more below that, and they just get outrageous. You might as well, like, it's like a small mortgage, almost. They're a lot of money. So, essentially, to sleep in a bag of feathers, which is what a lot of them are, it costs like $1,000. So, I want a Facebook Marketplace because I'm cheap. And if you're sleeping in your vehicle to save money on rent, then I'm going to spend $1,000 on a sleeping bag because that would defeat the purpose. So, I try to do things cheaply, and I found one on Facebook Marketplace for $60. And it was rated for minus 50 degrees Celsius. And I thought it was Fahrenheit. No, it's Celsius. Okay. So I decided that I would try it because one night it was 0 and it was a little cold. It was like, I wasn't really frozen, but I knew it was cold. I put my hand out of my blanket and was like, dang, that will suck if I have to pee. My bladder will change its mind. So I decided I'm going to sleep with this thing. And it is huge. It doesn't fit. I will show you one time, but right now I'm in the process of doing a bunch of stuff, and I have things in my backseat that don't belong in there, which is fine. I will get them out tomorrow. I'll have to get them out tonight. I'm almost going to bed, but I will permanently get them out tomorrow. Tonight they're going to go on the box of my truck, which is where they should be, which is where they were, but I moved them because I had intentions of doing things with... I wanted to get a truck wash, and I wanted to get a truck wash because I need to transport something in the bed of my truck, and it's dirty, so I moved all the stuff that was in the box of my truck into the cab of my truck so that I could get a car wash, so that the cab of my, oh my gosh, the box of my truck doesn't smell weird, because I think it smells weird, and I don't like weird smells. So I was going to get my vehicle cleaned, and I didn't. So I moved the stuff into the cab of my truck for no reason, which is fine. Which is the reason why I'm not showing you my really hot sleeping bag. That is a foot thick. So it's a foot thick. It's a foot thick. I'm not exaggerating either. It is a foot thick. And I thought that would be great. It's not really. I mean, it's going to be possibly. But I slept with this thing, like, okay, I've attempted to sleep with this thing in several different ways. So, night number 1, my seats in the back are flipped up. And I like to sleep on the floor because I like to sleep close to the ground. I don't know. I sleep better down there. And it seems like the air is fresh under the seat, which... oh. It's tempting to have immature conversations at this point in time, but I'm not going to. But the air seems colder under there. So, I like to stick my face close to the ground, and then I can breathe fresh air. For whatever reason, it works that way. Because it's too hot in here, not too cold yet. Maybe when it gets colder, I will want to rise up. But now I don't have a choice because I have a really thick sleeping bag. So, night number 1. With said sleeping bag, I got underneath it and used it like a blanket. Yeah, so I was like way close to the ground. That thing is so heavy, I was stuck. There's like, I couldn't move. I mean, I could, obviously, because I'm here and I'm down there. But it's heavy. It's very heavy. Uncomfortably heavy. So my thought process was that I'm going to suffocate and die. Which, the point of researching all the things that I research is so that I don't die in the wintertime. That would defeat the purpose. Like, could you imagine? She did not die of being frozen, sir. She died of suffocation of being too hot. I don't know why we're talking to a sir. I'm assuming. Doesn't matter. I created a whole scenario in there. It's fine. It's for me, not for you. So, yeah, so I slept all the way under there, and I couldn't move. Like, I was so stuck. And I was like, if I have to pee, I'm just going to pee myself. No, I will not. But, I mean, like, there's just really no... I didn't want to come back out. It was very cozy. However, I did wake up without clothes on. That's a problem. I used to sleep without clothes on. That is one thing I don't like about being in my vehicle. Because if you have, like, a key fob and a newer vehicle, it won't let you lock yourself in. Because it won't let you lock the keys in your vehicle. So I'm in here and it's not locked, which I will fix because there are solutions to that. But if I'm, okay, back to the main point. If I'm stuck on the floor because my sleeping bag is so dang heavy that I can't move, if there was an emergency situation, I can't get out. I cannot save myself. And I don't want to suffocate under there, which I thought I was going to, and I woke up without clothes because it was too hot. I will disrobe if I'm too hot, and I do it in my sleep without my own permission. Because I don't like being hot, apparently. So, yeah, that was night number 1 with sleeping bag. So I was like, maybe I'll change that. I'll sleep in the sleeping bag. Because that's how you're supposed to do it, is get in it. So yeah, I got in it, and I feel like I was more stuck in it. Because, like, when you're under it, you can just move the whole thing back. When you're in it, you're in it. There's no going nowhere. I had to like slither my way around, and even that was complicated. So I didn't feel as unsafe though. I didn't feel like I was gonna suffocate. I just felt like I couldn't move, which I don't actually like. I love small confined spaces, but I need to be able to move in them. So yeah, but I did stay in it because I was like, well, I'm here now, might as well just stay. Because yeah, like all the effort to get in there, might as well just get over it and try it out. Yeah, I woke up hot, and I was too stuck to take my clothes off, so I woke up hot and wet, which is disgusting. So yeah, night number 3, I slept on top of it, which means because it's a foot thick, I'm up higher than I like to be. I like to be close to the ground. I already told you that. So yeah, so I didn't feel good. I mean, it was fine, but like I don't feel as great. So anyway, the sleeping bag's too big, and I'm not really a big fan. I don't know how we got on the topic of sleeping bags. My sweater's inside out. That is legit the only thing that I was here to talk about. But yeah, my sleeping bag. I will be grateful when it's minus somethings out there. Currently, I don't know. I'm tempted to find something large enough. This thing's huge. But I'm tempted, like I have waterproof containers back there, but they're massive and they don't fit it because this thing's really big. Yeah, so I'm tempted to find like something big enough to put it in until I desperately need it. But at that point in time, it's probably going to be in the box in my truck, and then there's going to be snow, and I'm going to have to get through that. So it's just, I'm just getting over the fact that that is the one thing in here that I do not like. Yeah, and I refuse to spend more than what I spent on it for a bag of feathers. This one's not made out of feathers. I'm allergic to feathers, so I don't actually want one with feathers. But I don't want to spend $1,000 on a sleeping bag, so yeah, this one will do. Eventually, maybe when it is minus 30, I don't think I'm going to be able to sleep in it until then, because yeah, it's hot. So, anyways, to go into the place, to go to the bathroom with the sweater inside out, or to not, that is the question. I will probably fix it. Because I know I lived in this city, so there could be someone in there that I know that was not from the psych ward. Because I didn't go to a psych ward in this city. This was a non-psych wardy city, so chances are, well, I didn't really go to church much here either. Could be from AA. They're not that judgmental. Regardless, I'm going to switch it. We've taken 18 minutes-ish to figure out that I am going to turn my sweater around to go into the place, to go to the bathroom. And that is